Hey guys, I'm Danny Burke, and this is the top 10 surprising places humans have never been. Now, just to clear things up, some of the places on this list aren't going to be the names for the larger areas where humans might have been, but we will be focusing on the specific places on our planet where it's safe to say that no human has ever stepped foot on. Also, if you like this video, then you will love our top 10 scariest places you shouldn't visit. People have been to those places, but you probably shouldn't. Alright, jumping into our number 10 now, we have the Mariana Trench. This is the deepest point on Earth, located in the Western Pacific. It plummets to an estimated depth of about 10,994 meters. That's just over 36,000 feet. Now, to put that in perspective, that's a little bit less than the height of an average plane flight. So, next time you're in a plane, look out of the window and you'll have a pretty good idea of just how deep the Mariana Trench is. Humans have been down to just above this level a number of times, but remember I said that the depth was estimated. It could go even lower to depths humans have never even seen before. Next up at number 9, we have the far side of the moon. Humans have been to the moon during America's Apollo missions, however, it has always been to the same side of the moon. You see, due to a phenomenon called tidal locking, we only ever see one side of the moon. In fact, we didn't even have a picture of the other side until 1959. The other side isn't too dark to visit, but it would present unique challenges to communication with Earth. Because of that, no human has stepped onto the far side of the moon. However, when we do eventually go back, that will likely change. Who knows? Maybe someone watching this video will be the first person to go there. Send me a picture. Next up at number 8 now, we have Gangkhar Puensum. Now, this mountain may not be Everest, but it is a pretty big mountain, standing at almost 25,000 feet. It's the 40th highest mountain in the world, and it's said to be the highest unclimbed mountain. Now, this isn't because it's impossible by any means, it's all political. The mountain is located within Bhutan's borders, and the country is reluctant to let people climb it because of local spiritual beliefs. They don't want their spiritual mountain to become just another kind of tourist hub like Everest. Because of this, nobody has ever been to the top, and it looks like nobody ever will. Alright, at the number 7 spot now, we have the Amazon rainforest. Now, obviously, humans have been here before. A lot of people actually live there, but this place is massive, covering 7 million square kilometers. It's huge, and there are definitely parts where no human has ever stepped before. You just have to look at the probabilities of this. There are new species being constantly discovered there every single year. There are even uncontacted tribes living there. In fact, Brazil, which is home to most of the Amazon, has more uncontacted human tribes in it than any other place in the world. The Amazon is a thick, impenetrable canopy of endless trees that cover an area over half the size of the US. If you're looking to be the first human to step somewhere, the Amazon is a pretty good place to start. Alright, moving on to number 6 now, we have the Namib Desert. This makes the list for the same reason as the Amazon. It's huge and very inaccessible. It's located in southern Namibia. People do live along its fringes, but the desert itself is as empty and hostile as you can imagine. It's thought to be the oldest and least populated desert on the planet, with almost no paved road to get around. With all of this in mind, it's unimaginable to think that humans have walked on every single part of it. It looks beautiful in the pictures, but I wouldn't want to stay there too long. Next up at number 5 now, we have Northeast Siberia. Now, when I say the word Russia to you, you guys might think of this, a bustling country of some 144 million people. However, there are parts of Russia that are seriously remote. Northwest Siberia is pretty inhospitable to any life, not just humans. The only reason humans even go there is for the oil buried deep below the permafrost. But for everything else, it's just a wasteland where even plant life struggles to grow. There is definitely frozen ground there that has never been trodden on. Alright, moving on to number 4 now, we have further than the moon. That's what I'm calling this. On April 15th, 1970, the crew of Apollo 13 was slingshotting around the far side of the moon in order to save their failed mission and get back to Earth safely. At one point, they were 265 kilometers, that's about 158 miles, above the lunar surface. This meant they were 400,000 kilometers, or about 250,000 miles away from Earth. That is the furthest that any human has ever been from this planet. This is quite surprising surprising because A, that was almost 50 years ago, and B, that record won't stand forever. With all these planned missions to Mars that will likely happen in your lifetime, it will be kind of weird to think that right now a human has never been past that nearby rock you see in the night sky. Alright, next up at number 3 now, we have Antarctica. Antarctica was the last continent to be discovered and visited by humans and is the least populated, for good reason. Although it's about the same size as the US and Mexico combined, it has a permanent population of just 1,000 people in the winter. That is partly due to its inhospitable nature as one of the coldest places on Earth, but also because of restrictions. Antarctica isn't owned by anyone and is protected by an international treaty. Because of its unique environmental nature, the animals there and its delicate ice shelves, you need a very good reason or connections to go there. If you do, you'll find a wasteland that has reached minus 89 degrees before. That's about minus 126 Fahrenheit. There's definitely areas there where humans have never dared or probably needed to venture to. Moving on to number 2 now, we have the Yucatan cenotes. There's a series of caves in Mexico. Normally, caves aren't a problem for humans. We've been to the bottom of the deepest ones ever found. However, these caves in Mexico have proved extremely difficult to explore. They are a huge network of underwater caverns which even marine life has struggled to get a foothold in. They were formed from collapsed limestone rock, which is still a major risk for humans going there, meaning even the most daring divers have not been to parts of them, never mind the rest of us. Alright, finally now at number 1 we have Greenland. Greenland was first reached by the Vikings about 1,000 years ago, but that doesn't mean there aren't huge parts of it untouched by humans. This landmass in the North Atlantic has towns and cities along its southern coast, but the further north you go, the more untouched it becomes. Even as recently as 1999, there were still new, completely untouched islands being discovered. Also, 80% of Greenland is covered in a thick ice cap sheet, over 10,000 feet deep in some parts. It's been that way for 2 to 3 million years, well before modern humans ever existed, meaning no human could have walked on that land even if they wanted to. Well, that's all I got for you guys. Would you like a part 2 though? I think I can do that. I'm sure there are some videos on YouTube that humans have never been to. Either way, thanks as ever for watching. My name is Danny Burke and I will see you all in the next video.